When dealing with a damaged underground URD cable, several factors come into play to ensure a safe and reliable repair. There are underground splice kits specifically designed for URD cables, and these kits typically include insulated sleeves or heat shrink tubing, connectors that match the wire size and insulation type, waterproofing materials, and mechanical protection such as a steel splice case. When considering splicing options, the first is a straight splice. This involves connecting the two cut ends directly using connectors and heat shrink tubing. This option generally provides the lowest resistance and voltage drop. The second option is to use two splice boxes. This involves installing two splice boxes on either side of the cut and splicing the cable within each box. This option tends to be more time-consuming and may result in higher resistance than a straight splice. When performing this splice, it's important to use a high-quality underground splice kit designed specifically for URD cables. Secondly, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully during the splicing process. Thirdly, ensure that the splice location is protected from moisture and potential damage. Fourthly, if possible, avoid creating a sharp bend or offset at the splice point. Fifthly, test the splice with a megameter to verify its integrity. Finally, refuse the circuit at the appropriate amperage, which in this case is 100 amps. Additional considerations include that if the cut cable is located near critical loads, you may want to install a backup underground feed as a redundancy measure. It's also worth considering using a directional boring machine to install a new underground conduit to avoid future damage to the cable. When selecting connectors, ensure they are compatible with the 4/0 URD cable and rated for underground use. Compression connectors, properly installed with the correct tooling, offer a reliable and long-lasting connection. Consider using dual-rated connectors suitable for both copper and aluminum conductors. After making the connections, thoroughly clean the area and apply a corrosion inhibitor to the connections before insulating. When using heat shrink tubing, select a heavy wall, adhesive line tubing specifically designed for underground applications. Ensure the tubing extends well beyond the connector and is properly shrunk to create a watertight seal. Multiple layers of heat shrink may provide additional protection. Alternatively, consider using pre-filled splice kits that contain a gel or epoxy to encapsulate the connection and provide waterproofing. These kits simplify the installation process and offer excellent protection against moisture and corrosion. Backfilling the splice area requires careful attention to prevent damage to the cable and splice. Remove any sharp rocks or debris from the trench before backfilling. Use clean fill material, such as sand or fine gravel, to surround the splice. Compact the fill material in layers to provide support and prevent settling. Avoid using heavy equipment directly over the splice location. Marking the location of the splice is also important for future reference. Consider using underground warning tape or a marker post to indicate the presence of the buried cable and splice. Update site maps or as-built drawings to accurately reflect the location of the splice. Regular inspections of the area can help identify any potential problems, such as ground settling or erosion, that could affect the integrity of the splice. The type of soil and environmental conditions in the area can also impact the longevity of the splice. In areas with high soil acidity or moisture content, additional protection measures may be necessary. Consult with a qualified electrician or cable manufacturer for specific recommendations based on local conditions. Also, consider the depth of the cable burial. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifies minimum burial depths for underground cables depending on the voltage and location. Ensure that the splice is buried at or below the required depth to protect it from physical damage. If the existing cable run is prone to damage, consider installing a concrete encasement or conduit to provide additional protection. This can help prevent future incidents and extend the lifespan of the cable. Consider the impact of the splice on the overall voltage drop of the circuit. A poorly made splice can introduce resistance and increase voltage drop, which can affect the performance of the lighting on the tennis court. Use appropriate size connectors and ensure a tight, secure connection to minimize resistance. Measure the voltage at the tennis court after completing the splice to verify that it is within the acceptable range. If the voltage drop is excessive, consider upgrading the cable size or installing a voltage regulator. Document all aspects of the repair, including the type of splice kit used, the installation procedures followed, and any test results obtained. This documentation can be valuable for future maintenance or troubleshooting. Keep records of all inspections and repairs performed on the underground cable system. Proper grounding is essential for the safety and reliability of underground cable systems. Ensure that the splice is properly grounded in accordance with the NEC and local electrical codes. Use grounding connectors and conductors of the appropriate size and material. Test the grounding system after completing the splice to verify its effectiveness. In areas with high lightning activity, consider installing surge protection devices to protect the cable and equipment from voltage surges. These devices can help prevent damage to the cable insulation and connected equipment. Consider the potential for future expansion or modifications to the underground cable system. If additional loads are anticipated, it may be prudent to install a larger cable or conduit to accommodate future needs. Plan for future access to the splice location for maintenance or repairs. Ensure that the splice is accessible without requiring extensive excavation. Consider installing a handhole or junction box to provide easy access to the splice. When working with underground cables, always exercise caution and follow proper safety procedures. De-energize the circuit before making any connections or repairs. Use appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Be aware of the potential hazards of working in trenches, such as cave-ins and underground utilities. Call before you dig to locate any buried utilities in the area. When selecting a splice kit, consider the voltage rating of the cable. Ensure that the splice kit is rated for the voltage of the URD cable being spliced. Using a splice kit with an insufficient voltage rating can lead to insulation failure and electrical hazards. Consider the environmental conditions in the area when selecting a splice kit. In areas with extreme temperatures or corrosive soils, choose a splice kit that is designed to withstand these conditions. Look for splice kits that are specifically labeled for direct burial and underground use. Ensure that the connectors used in the splice kit are compatible with the conductor material of the URD cable. Using incompatible connectors can lead to corrosion and connection failure. For example, if the URD cable has aluminum conductors, use connectors that are specifically designed for aluminum conductors. Avoid using connectors that are only rated for copper conductors. When installing the splice, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Improper installation can compromise the integrity of the splice and lead to premature failure. Pay close attention to the torque specifications for the connectors. Over-tightening or under-tightening the connectors can both lead to problems. Use a calibrated torque wrench to ensure that the connectors are tightened to the correct torque. After installing the splice, perform a thorough inspection to ensure that all connections are tight and that the insulation is properly sealed. Look for any signs of damage or defects. If any problems are found, correct them immediately. After the splice is complete, perform a continuity test to ensure that the circuit is complete and that there are no shorts or opens. Use a multimeter or other testing device to verify continuity. Also, perform an insulation resistance test to ensure that the insulation is intact and that there are no leakage currents. Use a megameter to measure the insulation resistance. The insulation resistance should be above a certain threshold, as specified by the manufacturer. If the insulation resistance is below the threshold, the splice may need to be replaced. Consider using a splice kit that includes a built-in ground connection. This can simplify the grounding process and ensure that the splice is properly grounded. If the URD cable is shielded, ensure that the shield is properly terminated at the splice. Use a shield connector that is designed for this purpose. The shield should be grounded to provide a path for fault currents. If the URD cable is part of a network system, ensure that the splice does not disrupt the network connectivity. Use a splice kit that is designed for network cables. The splice should maintain the proper impedance and signal integrity of the network. After the splice is complete, label the cable with the date of the splice and the name of the person who performed this splice. This information can be helpful for future maintenance and troubleshooting. Keep a record of all splices that are performed on the URD cable system. This record should include the location of the splice, the type of splice kit used, the date of the splice, and the name of the person who performed the splice. This record can be used to track the performance of the splices and to identify any potential problems. Consider using a splice kit that is pre-filled with a sealant. This can help to prevent moisture from entering the splice and causing corrosion. The sealant should be compatible with the cable insulation and the connector materials. After the splice is complete, protect the cable from physical damage by covering it with a protective sleeve or conduit. This can help to prevent the cable from being damaged by rocks, roots, or other objects. If the URD cable is located in an area that is subject to flooding, consider using a splice kit that is designed for submersible applications. These splice kits are designed to withstand prolonged immersion in water. After the splice is complete, verify that the voltage drop across the splice is within acceptable limits. Use a voltmeter to measure the voltage drop. If the voltage drop is excessive, the splice may need to be replaced. Regularly inspect the URD cable system for signs of damage or deterioration. This can help to identify potential problems before they become serious. Look for signs of cracking, discoloration, or corrosion. If any problems are found, correct them immediately. If the URD cable is located in an area that is subject to rodent damage, consider using a splice kit that is designed to resist rodent damage. These splice kits are made from materials that are not attractive to rodents. After the splice is complete, protect the cable from ultraviolet radiation by covering it with the UV-resistant sleeve or tape. This can help to prevent the cable insulation from deteriorating. If the URD cable is located in an area that is subject to chemical exposure, consider using a splice kit that is designed to resist chemical exposure. These splice kits are made from materials that are not affected by chemicals. After the splice is complete, verify that the cable is properly supported to prevent strain on the splice. Use cable supports to distribute the weight of the cable and prevent it from sagging. If the URD cable is located in an area that is subject to vibration, consider using a splice kit that is designed to resist vibration. These splice kits are made from materials that can withstand vibration without loosening or breaking.